Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Magic the Gathering Arena with me, Dark Master for Dark Master Series Gaming. In this series we are taking a look at the meta decks used in the current meta of this game, used in the ranked ladder. We've also covered Azorius Soldiers, which was the white-blue variation of this next deck. And this deck, what we're going to be looking at, is Mono White Soldiers. This is basically just the same as the Azorius Soldiers deck, minus the blue cards. And with the added inclusion of Mishra's Foundry, which is a creature land. You can turn it into a 2/2 creature. Yeah. So, let's take a look at this deck. Let's see what it's all about, see what it can do, and then we will try it out on the ranked ladder, and we will see how many wins that it can get us. Okay, so I'm also having a little bit of internet trouble lately, so my uploads haven't been as frequent as they should have been. I'm hopefully going to be getting that sorted out this week. An engineer coming out to sort out the problems. Also, if you would like the deck list, you can find it in the video description. If you just follow the link to my untap.gg profile, you should be able to copy the deck list there and paste it into your own client for instant access to the cards, to see what you've got, what you need to use wildcards to create. So anyway, let's have a look through this deck. Let's see what it's all about. As the previous deck, we've got the Otian Frontliner. Whenever it attacks, another target creature you control gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. And it's got an unearth cost of 1 plains. So when it dies, we can bring it back. It gains haste, but we have to exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So unearth only as a sorcery. So it will come in as haste, so it can attack again and give that 1/1 counter, which is very vital. We've got a little bit of removal, and that is Lay Down Arms. Exile target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of planes you control. Its controller gains 3 life. So we've got to give them 3 life, but sometimes it's best just to get rid of something that can do a lot of damage to us. We've also got the Recruitment Officer. It's a big staple in these soldier decks, and it is a human soldier. We're 2/1. For 3 and a plains, we can look at the top 4 cards of our library, and we can reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them and put it into our hand, and we can put the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. Next up, we've got the Guardian of New Benalia. It's got the Enlist ability, so when this creature attacks, you may tap a non-attacking creature you control without summoning sickness. When you do, add its power to this creature's until the end of the turn. And then you can get to Scry 2, which is look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them on the bottom of your library and the rest on the top in any order. And also, if something defends against it, and we have a card that we don't mind getting rid of, we can discard a card, and it gains indestructible until the end of the turn. It's a good way to kill something off without sacrificing the card itself. So that is a great ability, which we are going to take massive advantage of. We've also got Thalia, 4 copies of, 2 of this art, 2 of that art, and it's got First Strike. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. So sorceries, instants, enchantments, you name it. There we go. We've also got the Valiant Veteran. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1, and when it is dead, it can be cast from the graveyard to put a +1/+1 counter on each soldier we control. We've got Brutal Cathars. When this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar, exile target creature an opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. And on Nightbound, it gets First Strike. It's got a ward cost, pay 3 life, so any spells coming our way, they've got to pay an additional 3 life to cast them on us. And yeah, there we go. Stats increase by 1. We've got Siege Veteran. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever another non-token soldier we control dies, create a 1/1 colourless soldier artifact creature token. And we've got Myrel, Shield of Argive. During your turn, your opponents can cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures or enchantments. Whenever Myrel, Shield of Argive attacks, create X 1/1 colourless soldier artifact creature tokens, where X is the number of soldiers you control. So that can get silly quite fast and overwhelm the opponent. We've got an Enganjo, Seat of the Empire. And by now we know what this does, but for those of you who don't, for 2 and a planes, we can discard it and it deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, and it costs 1 less for each legendary creature we control. We've got 19 planes and 4 Mishra's Foundry. So we can tap it to add a colourless mana, or for 2 mana we can make it become a 2/2 assembly worker artifact creature until the end of the turn, but it's still a land. If we've got 2 of them on the board, we can tap 1 of the others for 1 mana, and target attacking assembly worker gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. So it's a good way to put counters on another one. And that is it. So we are going to test this out on the ranked ladder. And if you want the full deck list, please follow the link in the video description. Well, what have we got? Looks like we've got a decent starting hand at least. I think we'll start off with the Otium Frontliner, Recruitment Officer, then Brutal Cathar. Looks like we're up against Mono Red. So it looks like this is going to get dealt with straight away. Oh, it's a Gruul deck by the looks of it. Right, so some new cards coming to haunt us. Why not? Let's give it a go. Oh, and they're giving up on us. Never mind. Nice easy win there for us. So let's hope that our opponent lets us have a decent match this time and not conceding. But we have found with the Azorius Soldiers deck as well that a lot of the opponents tend to concede if they think that they're going to lose. So that's another plus. Alright, so we're starting off with the Frontier again. Frontliner, sorry. Frontier, Frontliner. Need to learn how to read, guys. And then we'll do the same with the Recruitment Officer. Yeah, looks like we've got a good curve anyway. Turn 2, we'll put the Foundry down. Oh, it might be a good idea to put the Thalia down here. Siege Veteran next, I think. Right, he's looking for a card. Right, what should we put this on? We'll put it on Thalia. Hitting for 5. Next it's Myrel. I mean, it's got to be, right? And they've given up. I'm guessing they know that they're behind at the moment. So there we go, that's our next win with this deck. Yep, definitely keep this hand as well. We'll say hello. That's always nice to say hello to your opponent. You've got to make sure that the game isn't toxic and we are friendly with our opponents. Okay, so we can get rid of that. But we don't need to just yet. I think what we can do though is we can Guardian of New Benalia. If it gets targeted by any spell, we can discard something. Right, so they're bringing out a Felden. And that's, well, that has haste. I think we just let that through, you know. We don't need to block. So let's dish this out. Dish another one of these. Oh, why not? Let's attack with everything. We'll hit him for 6. Right, you're getting rid of that. They're trying to race us, doing 5 damage. No blocks. Don't need a block just yet. We'll try the Siege Veteran. We'll keep the lay down arms for now. Okay, so next turn they need to actually do something. We can actually lay down arms on one of our own creatures. Let's do it on one of ours. Then we'll get 3 life back as well. Yeah, no blocks, let's just take it. Yeah, that's totally fine as well, because we do have a Brutal Cathar now. I think I made a mistake getting rid of the Otian frontliner, thinking that I could cast it from the graveyard, but yeah, it's a good game, mate, but I didn't realise that it would be exiled, so that was my bad. I made the misstep there, but it still didn't affect us winning that game, so we could have won a little bit quicker. Start with the recruitment officer. Oh, so he didn't have an additional land to play. Well, that's handy to know. Gains 3 life. It's fine, you just delaying the inevitable. Right, the question is, what else has he got? Can't attack or block. Okay. Only got 5 lands there, so we'll attack with everything. Got a land there if we want to discard it to give Guardian protection. Right, he's overwhelming us with so only got 5 lands. How does that count? Right, so he's got these and that's why. Right, okay. No blocks and we'll take 8, I guess. Yikes. Didn't think they're classed as land. Token land creature, right. Makes sense. Alright, I think I've got a plan. I can discard 2 cards in order to survive with 2 Guardians of Benalia. If we focus one of the Topiary Stompers, that should do it, I think. So there's no attacks this time. We'll just end the turn. Probably going to have a Titan of Industry here or something. Titania's Command. Okay, resolve. Yikes. Well, that's nasty. Right, to block us. So, we're going to go 3 on one of these. Discard this. Discard that. But we can still use that. Now, let's just attack with this guy. Get 5 defenders. Let's see what they want to do with that. Yeah, knew it was going to die, so not to worry. We just really wanted the extra 5 defenders. Yep, think about it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of that. Get rid of this for indestructible. That's that dead. Nothing you can do. Right. Should we wait and lay down the arms? Not sure what we should do here. We activate the ability, pick a card. The possibility of discarding it for protection on the Guardians. No attacks. But I mean, look at that card advantage. We've definitely lost, but we're holding on as long as we can. Yeah, I thought he was going to go with everything, so... Right. I mean, we can defend, but we're just holding off the inevitable at this point. I'm just going to say good game. There we go, and they've won. Well, that's just unfortunate. Okay, first up, the front line. Nah. Yeah, no block. Totally fine. We just need more. And let's just get rid of this for now. And yeah, let's go for this. See what you want to do. There's an update available, so this may be the last match. Right, what should we go for next? Siege Veteran, maybe? Go on then. We'll go for it. They're down to 12. We're on 16. Required update is available. We will be disabling new matches in 10 minutes for those who have not updated. Rightio. That's fine. Trample haste. Can it do anything to us? No, we just... Right, okay, so that's what that does. Okay. Right. Well, in that case, we'll be going all out with this. Go for it. Pump this guy up. Got 4 life left. You know what? You can just hit me. Oh, he knows. We were just going to attack with everything, and that was it. Right, so that is another victory. So seeing as though there is going to be an update, and I will need to spend some time updating the client, which shouldn't take too long. We're just going to leave it there for now. We've had about 4 or 5 matches, and we have tested our capability with this deck. So, because it doesn't use any of the new cards, I didn't really want to make this video that long. It's just really a reworked version of last time's deck from the previous set, and I really want to get into a video where we showcase some of the new cards. You know, it just goes to show that Azorius Soldiers and this mono white soldier deck is doing really good without new cards, and no new cards will have been available that would have strengthened the deck or made it any better whatsoever. So I'm guessing that's why it is standing tall on its own. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Give me a like and a sub, and if you want this deck list, check out the video description. And until next time, that's it from me, and I will see you guys on the flip side.